Welcome to another episode of the Next Chapter podcast. Today we will be diving into the wonderful world of Gen Z, the heartbeat of the present and the architects of tomorrow. And today we have a very special guest. We have Mr. Joel Khongwir. Hi, Joel. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
Hi. So, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, so I am Mr. Joel Khongwir, the Media and Communications Executive in MLCU.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice to be, out of the backstage, I would say, behind the scenes. So just to talk about a very familiar but yet intricate topic that we're going to dive.
Okay. So, Gen Z, you are also Gen Z. I am Gen Z.
We're all Gen Z here.
We're all Gen Z
We're
here.
all Gen Z.
Okay. So, Joel, let's begin with a very important question. Who are Gen Z?
Who are Gen Z? Like you said, we are Gen Z. But then Gen Z, the age range is from around 1997 and ends around 2012. So we're a very intricate generation, I would say,
Okay.
because we were born in the age of, let's say, new age technology era, and that we're more tech savvy, naturally tech savvy.
Okay.
And majority of our, let's just say, personality and how we drive ourselves is from social media.
True. I mean, if you look at today's world,
Yeah.
everyone has an Instagram account,
Yeah.
Twitter, or should I say X account, right? And I personally, I'm not a big social media user,
Yeah.
but I'm there for the memes and for the reels. So, yeah, I feel like social media has become not just okay for like connections and stuff like that, but also if you want to run a successful business,
Yes.
you would know. Can you tell us a bit about that?
I mean, social media is the it platforms right now. I mean, from Facebook to Instagram to Twitter, it's like everyone has to dive into that to actually to get to know about the world and what's really happening. Even investing basically is in social media now.
Right.
So by nature, I would say that our generation are branders. So we basically develop a personality of being experts in marketing. Because initially, the first thing that we would brand in social media is ourselves.
Right.
We create our own persona. I mean, express our personality there and how we portray with pictures, videos, reels, on the content that we make.
Yeah.
Some people might just be posting their daily lives on just natural occurrences, natural events. Some people will be marketing a product, marketing their own product or whatever that is out there.
Right.
So, yeah, like you said, Instagram is a place of memes and stuff. Yes, that is a lot of, which is say, elements.
Okay.
I would say elements in social media that keeps everyone entertained. So almost every single company out there has a social media account. Why? Because it's the it place.
Right. And I feel like our generation, Gen Z, we have, I want to say, an advantage, if I may.
Yeah.
Because especially for businesses and for showcasing whether it's your talent, singing, dancing, anything. Usually before, without the internet, without social media, you'd have to actually go out there and find a studio to record your song. Now it's like from the comfort of your own home.
Yeah, with the softwares, with applications, with devices that exist, it's very accessible. Our generation has easy access to a lot of things. When it comes to, let's just say, shopping for equipment, you don't really have to run all over the place.
Yeah.
Or you have to wait for months to order specific items. Like you have platforms like Amazon, Flipkart, and you have other applications like Swiggy, Netfoodish, that's really, that brings food to the comfort of our own homes. If we're, a little too lazy to go out. But then, I would say our generation is getting it easy, but also our generation is making use of it because our generation is more likely they're voicing out every single opinion possible. We're very open. We're very, let's just say, dynamic in that way.
And I agree with you on that, because I think there's a big misconception about Gen Z. I think when people think about Gen Z, they think about unruly kids. They think
Yes.
about, okay, kids that are way too loud, right?
Yeah.
But I think that, I think also there have been studies, right, that have been shown that Gen Z are actually the pretty well-behaved bunch of people, right?
Yes, we are. I mean, if you look at our generation, where a lot of our people, let's just say kids of our generation, me, myself included, a lot of studies have also shown that we're not really into going to parties, not really into drinking, not really into indulging ourselves in a lot of things.
And this will surprise some people.
Yeah,
it surprised me.
does.
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
It surprised me. All right, like hearing that, okay, Gen Z is the generation that is having less risky sex, or having like they're the ones who are more environmentally conscious.
Yes, I would say.
That sort of generation. I was like, okay, it's nice to know, right?
It's nice to know. I would say a big flex.
It is a flex.
I mean, it shows that we're very socially aware with things. I mean, when it comes to mental health as well, a lot of us are socially aware of what being burnt out is.
Yes.
What is having a lot of like set feelings, sort of set
right.
emotions, and how to really deal with them and who to approach. It's a much more, I would say, woke generation that is more well versed with things.
Yes.
We understand a lot of how to do things and what to do things, and we understand the consequences. Like you mentioned, like our generation really understands indulging in unprotected sex.
Yeah.
Like they know that the consequence of that, what would happen.
Yeah.
Later on, 10 years later, they know what's going to happen. Like they don't want history to repeat itself,
exactly.
I would say.
So when it comes to mental health as well, I would say that yes, our generation is very much more aware, and that is very comforting. Okay. Although, we do have a long way to go when it comes to mental health and actually, talking about therapy and actually accepting that. But at least I feel like we are more, more accommodating.
Yes.
We're more accommodating.
Yes.
And, because I'm a psychology student, and I can really say that, let's just speak from experience, my friends, and they look after me, like they get it. They just they get it.
By
and
nature.
I'm just like, okay. Empathy, they have more empathy and it's just really nice. And, we used to say that me and my friends used to joke around that our generation will make very cool parents. I hope that stays still.
A lot of our generation is reluctant to become parents as well.
True.
Because of the current society, of how things are. But then, yes, our generation would make very cool parents. I think we'll be a bit more open-minded to things. Very much open-minded to things when it comes to a lot of exposure from social media. We understand how to teach them of what to do and what not to do. And how to teach them how to progress and let's just say take advantage of a platform.
Right.
A voice out. Say if a kid becomes is interested in music, he can dive into a lot of things. And right now, even education is extremely accessible for our generation.
Yeah.
Usually you would have to pay a lot of money to enroll yourself in an institution or enroll yourself in a course. But right now, everybody has their favorite teacher YouTube in their hand. They can learn anything, dive into any topic, any sort of story, history, be it fact, fiction. It's all there. So yes, I would say that our generation is extremely gifted. They know how to handle things well. They know how to understand the intricacies of consequences. And they really know how to deal with things firsthand and understand based on the knowledge that they've been indirectly fed.
True. And, if, people may be wondering why we're talking so much about technology. It's because that after the industrial boom, I read this, after the industrial boom, then came the technological boom, where technology just carried everything. And that's why our generation is like so tech savvy. And what was the next generation after us? It was Gen Z, and then
right now the upcoming generation is
Gen Alpha. Right. And so I have cousins, right? They're tiny, I think 4 years old, and one is 4, one is 6. They use the phone and they go through YouTube and everything so like easily. They were.
They're better at navigating things better than us. I mean, the upcoming generation is unpredictable. They're showing promising signs so far. They're showing very promising signs. Like firsthand, my own cousin.
Yeah.
He's 6 years old and he has his own YouTube channel.
Wow.
He's playing like he has.
Is it gaming?
Yeah, he is somehow. I mean, everyone. I feel like from Gen Alpha has some sort of gaming experience in terms of esports.
Okay.
They have like some idea of it, and they're showing promising signs of being prodigies, I would say, but I can't really conclude to that yet.
Okay.
But we just have to see.
Gaming, very interesting. Gaming it's big.
Yeah.
Now it's big. Like tournaments, I've seen tournaments that are offering serious, like, money. Prizes, like insane.
It's true.
But also with access to the internet and gaming, there also comes cyberbullying.
Yeah.
Right? So what is your take on that?
Cyberbullying, I mean, it grew. I would say studies have shown that it has grown. It hasn't usually, before I would say it was on social media platforms where you could bully someone and not really show your face or face any actual consequences. Then later on, laws were amended, laws were imposed on this. And when it comes to cyberbullying, it grew in terms of the gaming platforms as well. Because in gaming platforms, you can just talk trash. You can just like unload whatever you need to. Just like I would say they might be people de-stressing themselves that way, but then it's not really right because people are getting hurt. People are getting hurt emotionally, I would say.
Yeah.
And a lot of people would not know how to deal with that properly.
So, what do you like? I'm sure you've experienced it. Gen Z and their reduced concentration span.
Yes.
We've been through it. There have been studies done on it, and I think it's true. What do you think?
I mean, I zoned out a lot.
Yeah.
With a lot of things, like when I'm in classes, there are some days where I really just don't want to be there. So my mind just immediately takes me on a different sort of daydream path.
And I feel like this is why reels are limited to how many minutes? 2 minutes, 30 seconds, barely.
Some of them are 5 seconds.
Exactly.
10 seconds. Like they feed immediate content.
And it's like, it's okay, but I feel like it's a bad thing, because then hobbies like reading, or hobbies like watching a movie is like you can't sit still. You're like,
I know,
okay,
you're
what's the next?
fidgety. Like you want to do something because you're so indirectly used to seeing 5 seconds to 30 seconds content that look like, even listening to a podcast is a pain. Like, you just want to listen to something for 5 minutes and like, I'm done. I'm going to continue this another time. Like even with online courses, or even that's why a lot of people, let's say a generation in classes or so, they just like fade off because 5 minutes into the class, I grasped everything.
Yeah.
Even though it's not everything. And then mentally you're lost.
True. So it's like really important for us to like address this, and also I feel like we need to train our brains. I feel like we need to get back into hobbies like reading and even like outdoor sports and anything that can keep the mind active. Yeah, of course, social media is really, it's good, it's beneficial, but too much of everything is bad.
Too much of everything is bad. There's a saying when gamers play too much, it's that we'll always say to that other person, touch some grass.
Touch some grass.
Touch some grass. Like, I know it's not that mean, but then it bears a beneficial impact, saying that this person really has spent too much time on screen and been fed I would say a lot of unnecessary content too,
Yeah.
where your brain sort of like molds itself to being a bit dull.
Mhm.
So in order to like sharpen it, you always have to indulge yourself in activities that would sharpen the mind.
Yes.
Like you said, sports, reading,
Yeah.
all of that, like equipping yourself with the most current sort of affair knowledge
Mhm.
possible. Like what's really going on in the world, what is
Exactly.
happening, what is you, this is what's going on. Like you dive into sports as well, like it's entertaining. A lot of things that a lot of people might not find entertaining, a lot of things that other people might find extremely entertaining.
Mhm. Okay, so Joel, before we wrap up, I'm going to ask you, do you have any last, any ending words you want to tell?
You learn things. It's time you pick up a hobby. Always pick up a hobby.
Pick up a hobby.
Pick up a hobby. Let's say.
Okay. So, folks, that is it for our podcast. Okay. If you made it this far, congratulations. You got a good concentration span.
Congratulations. Yes.
So, until the next episode, see you. Bye.